I mean, we need to go north regardless, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna run into it one way or another. And, sticking something into the eye of that bastard wouldn't be too unagreeable. Don't you think?
Agreed.
It was Nala, right? Or Nala?
Nala, yes.
Nala, okay. I appreciate the hospitality, Nala. Even if it's just a place to lay the head for a little bit.
Or a place to rest until, I don't know, hypothetically 3 wounds worth of damage disappear. If anyone's got that kind of thing going on.
It is true. Now that a little bit of the constant buzzing adrenaline is wearing off,
We're tired.
it's very easy to remember those crudely patched up injuries that you have.
Yeah, those catfish tooth marks
Woof.
on all of me.
What do you mean when they say they never listen? Do they never take the herbs? The people that you're talking about?
She means they stay here.
Yes, I tell them they should stay because it only gets more dangerous the further north you go. Beyond this boggy land that I have made my home is his sanctuary. It is filled with magic and traps and guarded by great flying beasts.
How many beasts we got in this crazy place?
Enough of them. Perhaps it is them that did the owner of the sword in. Remember, we found him next to some corpses with some beasts with wings?
I hate it.
Almost undoubtedly.
Ricardo does too. He'll, give, Phaedra a pat on the arm.
Alright. Well,
I think this is a good spot to post up for a bit of time. I'd like to take advantage of the herb garden that's clearly somewhere around here. And in return, while our wounded are mending up, I want to do any small chores I can around the place or help in the garden. Just something to repay the kindness, if possible.
So it will take you guys 3 weeks for Octomer's wounds to recover.
That's a deep catfish bite, damn.
I mean, he was almost crushed to death by a giant catfish.
Yeah.
Eating him whole. That's pretty...
That's fair,
It is
okay.
pretty fast to heal a legitimately broken rib. So...
Yeah.
heroically quick even.
He was put into an organic pneumonic press machine and came out the other side alive, so we got that going for us.
Yeah, no kidding.
Alright, so you guys share your dinner with Nala and set about getting the crew rested up over the coming days. When the sun is high, she will go out with whoever wants to accompany her and hunt rabbits, gather fruit, vegetables, and things like that. And there is a small cave hole in the wall very close to her home where there is a good source of clean water.
Oh, wow.
The herb garden, like I said, is small, but it's very carefully cultivated and maintained. And you can see in some of the piecemeal additions of this house, there's one big extra room that you guys can sleep in, but there are workshop-y spaces. There's a place where she dries her herbs. There's a place with a lot of crude woodworking tools. There's crude leatherworking tools. A lot of them are a mixture of bone and stone. But she also has a very small forge and some lumps of bog iron. And that's what she was able to make the cauldron from and some of the metal tools that she has.
Ricardo came up with an idea and is going to go to Cole with something in this time off.
Yeah.
Ricardo figures we're probably going to have to contend with this beast one way or the other if we're going to be staying here or leaving here more likely, and was wondering if Cole could maybe figure out a way of getting some kind of abstract or oil from the herbs that he can put on his blade like a poison. to try and deal with it, or maybe like a more concentrated way of like delivering the thing the beast doesn't like to the beast. You know what I
We
mean?
need to determine which herb is actually driving away, or if it's multiples.
You've got 3 weeks.
I'm saying, yeah, time for us to crack the textbooks open.
Yeah, I can see if it can be determined.
Sure, Nala has plenty of insight on the matter too.
Mhm.
Actually, when you ask Nala, she's really not sure. Like she said earlier, she's just been putting everything in these bundles.
And she's not laid eyes on the beast, is according to her, correct?
She's never seen it.
Just its aftermath.
Before the house was constructed, she would hide in terror from it, and a lot of times she would find the wreckage that this beast caused very specific distance from the cave mouth, which is how she came to understand that there's got to be something here that it doesn't like, because it won't come closer than a certain distance.
If at any point while we're out helping with the hunting and gathering, we'll even see like a footprint or something.
Alright. Give me... October, give me a survival check, because I imagine you're probably going hunting with her.
Yeah, I can do that. We get a couple successes.
2 successes is good. You find a number of footprints of person-sized, and she tells you that those are the prints of the fishmen.
Okay.
And it takes most of the day, but she takes you a good distance west. Before she went on this journey, she insisted that you take one of her herb sachets and wear it on your neck.
I'm not gonna debate that point. I'll just take it.
Yeah, she takes you a good distance west over to where the land slopes down and meets the waters again. But it's more towards what she keeps referring to as the central path. It is on the outside of the grove that you came north in. She and you bed down in some tall grass and wait. And as the sun sinks low and the valley begins to grow dark, the waterways around the central path become more active, more churning, and eventually you can see the fishmen that come out to hunt. Nala whispers to you that they do not usually come this far from the main path. What you are looking at is a very lumpy-skinned, scaly fish creature that is about the size of a man. Many of them have odd, razor-sharp fins protruding down their back or in points on their head. They all look different from each other and unique, but they all have needle-sharp, the teeth that like anglerfish have?
Yeah.
The curved, very needle-sharp, and large, bulging black eyes. And they come up out of the waters, and they basically will kill any edible creature they come across. Nala is telling you this, and they'll drag it back underwater, and that's all she knows about them. She's had run-ins with them, and has had to kill a number of them herself, and proudly declares that their skin now is her armor.
Buzzfish scales. Nice.
She said that when fighting them, you have to be careful because they can let out a very powerful croaking screech that will hurt your ears very badly.
Classy.
But once the sun sinks a little bit lower, she starts getting nervous, and she tells you that she wants to start making her way back.
All right.
Because as it is, it'll be very late when you get home, and she is nervous about encountering the beast.
Let's go then. Quickly and quietly.
Special thanks to Toys and Things in Danvers, Massachusetts, Reaper Miniatures, Off the Wall Games in Hadley, Massachusetts, Games and Friends in Springfield, Massachusetts, as well as AAA Games Arena in Wilbraham, Massachusetts. If you enjoy the show, help the podcast grow. Give us a follow on Twitter at LordsBroken, join the community Discord, and maybe consider offering a small tribute to the old ones on our Ko-Fi. All these links and more can be found in our Linktree at linktr.ee/thebrokenlords. Thank you.